Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This week we've got a little bit of a change of pace because my house needed a reset so bad. So we're switching gears from all the decluttering and instead we're going to do a whole house reset, but with a little bit of a twist because I will be talking about decluttering tips throughout the voiceovers in today's video. I still want to give the people what they want, even if I'm a little bit burnt out from all the physical work it takes to declutter. But if you're in need of any motivation, I hope you find it in today's video. So first, I'm just showing you guys an overview of the state of my house. I had not really cleaned much in a couple of weeks, actually. We've had a lot going on. We've been very busy. I was recovering from a procedure that I had done, so I was having a lot of downtime, and my house was definitely reflecting that. But we're going to tackle it together today and also discuss a little bit about my decluttering journey so far in 2024. Starting off in the kitchen, this is one space that I've noticed a huge difference in overall since we've reduced the amount of stuff in our home. If I went 2 weeks without cleaning before I started getting rid of excess things, my kitchen would be 20 times worse than it looks in any of these clips. When you have too much stuff for the space that you live in, there's simply nowhere to put things and your house is going to constantly be a mess. Something I've learned is very important is to not just live within your means financially, but also live within your means as far as the space you have goes. We have a small home, we lack storage space, and we just cannot have all the things. I've had to be really intentional about what we bring into our home, and it's been a big mindset shift for me because clutter can creep up so quickly if you're not careful. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual buildup of things. Maybe you ordered an extra little something so that you could get free shipping, or maybe you got a bunch of free samples in your Sephora order. Those little things can add up so much over time and create so much clutter in your home. I don't consider myself a minimalist by any means. I do love a good, clean, aesthetic, minimal space, but we have 2 small children and it's just not the season of life that we're in, and that's fine. I actually found myself watching a decluttering video recently in a very, very minimal looking home, and for a moment I almost got down on myself. Comparison is the thief of joy. I have been super proud of myself for the work I've done this year to reduce clutter in my home, but it still doesn't look like the things that I see on social media. So if you're in a journey to reduce clutter this year and you find yourself comparing, remember that everyone's journey looks different. If you are parting with 1 item a week or just a few things a month, you're still doing a great job, and it's not easy. We're not meant to live in cookie cutter homes. Our homes are meant to look lived in. For me, this is all about my peace, taking back my time and my money. I don't want to feel stressed looking around my home. More stuff equals more mess. I don't want to spend all my time cleaning like I used to, and I want to save money too by shifting my mindset and my spending habits. Shifting gears a little bit here from talking about getting rid of things, I want to talk about some things that I don't buy to reduce clutter in my home. So first of all, phone cases. I always just get one phone case and I use it until it's destroyed or until I get a new phone. Another thing is excess home decor, and this is hard because social media can make us feel like we need our homes to be over the top, beautifully curated and decorated. But the fact of the matter is they don't, and storing seasonal decor adds up very quickly. I want to keep things fun for my kids, and I think I can do that without going overboard on decor. Another thing is cups, and specifically Stanleys or Yetis or whatever is trendy. I literally use the same cup every single day. I don't need different color ones to match my outfit. I don't need different ones for every season. And finally, clearance items. It can be so easy to walk by a display of things on clearance and grab a couple of things because it's a good deal. But unless you actually need it, resist the urge of even looking and you will thank yourself later. Decluttering does not mean you should never buy anything ever again. I certainly still buy things, but I've found myself being just much more intentional this year in my purchases. I try to stick to what I absolutely need and what really brings me joy. Once I get the kitchen mostly tidied up, I wanted to open up my new Eureka E10S robot vacuum so that I could test it out. I knew I needed it to map my house, so we're going to take care of that next. You guys know I love a good vacuum cleaner, and I'm excited to review and demo this Eureka E10S robot vacuum today, so thank you to Eureka for sponsoring today's video. My first impression when I opened up the E10S was that I loved how compact the base station is. Typically with robot vacuums, these things can be really bulky, but this one is small. It took me only a few minutes to unbox and set up my E10S. It was very straightforward. You can scan the QR code to download the Eureka app and then follow the on-screen instructions to get going. The E10S has some really cool features that can save you both time and money, one of them being the bagless self-emptying base station, which is a super unique feature. Typically, you would need bags and have to replace them regularly, so this bagless self-emptying station can save users up to $70 per year in the cost of dust bags. Plus, it has a high capacity and can last up to 45 days without needing to be emptied. Instead of swapping out bags, you just bring it over to the trash, press a button, and it all empties right into your trash can and you're ready to go again. This vacuum also comes with a HEPA filter and multi-cyclone technology, which is something you'd find in Eureka's stick vacuums as well. So after your robot vacuum is done cleaning, it returns to the base station and empties itself. The multi-cyclone technology helps to separate the large particles, and this prevents clogging and in turn extends the lifespan of your HEPA filter. The HEPA filter captures dust and small particles and keeps them out of your air for a cleaner and healthier environment for you and your loved ones. Another kind of random, thoughtful feature of this vacuum is that you can wrap up the power cable in the back so it doesn't stick out. I personally can't stand cords all over the place, so I really appreciate that. And most importantly, this robot vacuum has super strong suction power at 4,000 PA, so you know it won't miss a thing. It can deeply clean both hard floor and carpet. It has dual spinning brushes on either side to make sure it gathers all the crumbs and doesn't just fling them around, and it has a basic mop feature as well. So there's a mop pad located at the bottom of the vacuum, and the vacuum can automatically detect when it is on carpet, and it will actually lift up the mop pad so it does not get your rugs all wet. The mop pad will clean up lightly dried on spills like coffee or sauce or juice and mud if you've got kids running around like I do, and you can remove the mop pad after to clean it. Plus it comes with an extra mop pad for you to use if your other one is dirty, which is handy. The E10S features precision LiDAR navigation. It creates a detailed map in the app and uses this information to map out sweeping routes, and it can avoid obstacles as well. You can control the robot and customize your cleaning experience in the app. You can choose the wetness level of the mop, the suction power, you can clean by zone or room, you can create no-go zones, and you can even schedule cleanings as well. Overall, I am very impressed by the E10S, and the price point is great as well. In my opinion, it is a much more affordable robot vacuum with some really unique and thoughtful features. I would definitely recommend you check it out if you're in the market for a new robot vacuum. Maybe put it on your wish list for an upcoming birthday or Mother's Day or Father's Day. I will have the link down below where you can shop the Eureka E10S robot vacuum, so be sure to check my description. I happened to notice that this light fixture in my kitchen was looking super dusty, so I decided to go ahead and try to clean that off, but it felt kind of loose. It was freaking me out a little bit. I'm like worried that it's going to fall. Hopefully not, but yeah, it just felt kind of weird to me. And then while I was up there, I also noticed that the top of the fridge was super dusty, and I tried to pull the fridge out so that I could clean it like more thoroughly, but I could not get the fridge out for the life of me. So we're just going to dust what I'm able to reach, and then sometime when my husband's home, I'll ask him to move it so that I can try to clean the rest of it. Moving back into our little decluttering chat, I think that it is all about mindset, and it's normal for clutter to build back up. You should not feel bad if that happens, but when you go into a space to declutter, it's important that you aren't doing it with the intention of filling it back up. It completely defeats the purpose. Just because you have the open space now does not mean you need something to go there. This can be tricky, and like I said, it's normal for clutter to unintentionally build back up over time, but what you don't want to do is get rid of things just to buy a whole bunch more to fill the space that you've created. Controlling inflow of items is another really important component to decluttering. A lot of the time when we think of decluttering, we're thinking of what to get rid of, but I think it's even more important to think about what you're bringing in, kind of like I was saying earlier. Some ways you can help to control the inflow of items would be things like asking for experiences over gifts if possible, or making a wish list of items instead of just impulsively buying them. I find that if I put them on a list, it kind of satisfies that urge to spend for me, and I forget that I even wanted the item in the first place until I go to add something else to the list. I also avoid buying backups of things, so like extra skincare or extra toothpaste or extra makeup. Anytime I've ever bought an extra, I end up kind of regretting it because I want to try something new by the time I'm ready to open the extra. It's very easy to get replacements now. You rarely have to wait more than a few days to get anything, so I just wait and see how I'm feeling when my products are running low instead of stocking up and creating clutter. I had ran to Target that morning to grab dryer sheets and diapers, and then I also wanted to check out some of the clothes that they had because we're actually going to Disney in September. So anytime I go to Target, I check out the character section to see if they have any new Disney outfits, and they did have a couple. So I grabbed this little Mickey Mouse set for Sutton to wear to Disney. It came with these little shorts, they're so cute. And then I also got Carson I think that's a Toy Story shirt from the character section, so I was really excited to find those. And then I got each of the boys something to wear for the 4th of July because they had that stuff out and I wanted to grab it before it sold out. And yes, I am talking a lot about decluttering in today's video and then also sharing a couple things that I purchased. To that I say it's all about balance. Something that I found was happening a lot when I was decluttering my mom's house. If you missed those videos, I'll try to remember to link them in the cards right here. But she kept repeating, "Oh, I forgot I had that." And it got me thinking about all the stuff we forget we have and how that is just not serving us. I want to know what I have and where it is and how to find it when I need it. I don't want to be rummaging through cabinets looking for stuff, or worse, buying another because I couldn't find it in my home. So if you're ever going through a cabinet and you find yourself saying, "I forgot about this," this is your sign to get rid of it. What is the difference at that point? You didn't even know you had it, and it's one less item taking up valuable real estate in your home. We are finally going to properly set up our deck this year so we can enjoy our outdoor spaces. So we have like furniture we need to build and just work that we need to do outside. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you let me know. Also, if you hear the little noises in the back, Sutton is with me now. So what do you have to say for yourself?
No. I'll produce.
Something that drives me insane is that my area rug is always shifting underneath the couch. So I tried to fix it here, but it still was not perfect. And it really bothers me as I'm trying to edit this. And it's still pretty messed up as we speak. So we're always having to lift the couch up and move the area rug and fix it. So I really need to get like those grippers or like the rug tape so that it stops moving so much. Like I said earlier, our homes are meant to look lived in. We have 2 sweet little boys who live here. I used to kind of stress about toy mess. Now I look at it and I just feel grateful. I wish my kids would stay little forever. I want toy trucks to trip over and hockey sticks under the couch and inflatable football target practice in my living room forever. So as much as I love a minimal space, I love this so much more. Something I don't do often enough is clean the mirrors and also the windows in my house. So I was trying to tackle some of those as I was doing all my cleaning. I think the area of our home that we struggle the most with to keep clutter free is our bedroom. I think simply just because the space is so small. So if anything is out of place or if there's anything extra on any of the surfaces, it instantly looks super cluttered and unclean. We have a very tiny closet, and I personally like to hang up pretty much anything I can because I just really hate folding. And we live in a part of the country where we get all 4 seasons. So I feel like we need 4 different seasons worth of wardrobes. And yes, we could pack them up and store them in our basement, but it's still just really hard to manage all of that. And my husband works out of the home. So he's got like work clothes, and then he's got home clothes and gym clothes. And we've got a lot of clothes, and a lot of it we honestly need. As much as I would love for us to have capsule wardrobes, it's just not realistic for us. But hopefully someday we are able to have a little bit bigger of a home with a bigger closet so that we don't have to stress so much about the clutter in our bedroom. And yes, a bigger home means more rooms to clean, and it's just more spaces that you're able to fill up. But we've kind of come to the conclusion that we are not going to be able to raise 2 teenage boys in this house. It's too small as it is now. And then trying to imagine like 2 teenage boys in here as well, it's going to be too much. So it's definitely not our plan to stay in this house. I don't know how much longer we'll be in this house. It really depends on the economy and interest rates and the housing market and all of that. But we are trying really hard to save money so that we can eventually move from here and have a little bit more space. We're not asking for a mansion, but we definitely need at least another bathroom and some more space. Now, one other thing about decluttering is just because I want to do it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody else in my family wants to do it. And my oldest son, Carson, is a good example of that because he loves stuff. He doesn't like getting rid of stuff. And I try to set a healthy example of how much we should be bringing in and how much we should be getting rid of. But he's a collector at heart. He kind of always has been. So it's kind of like a constant, I don't want to say battle between us because it's really not that deep or that big of a deal, but we definitely have a little bit of a power struggle. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the correct word is here, but he loves to collect things. His room looks a little bit more cluttered than the other rooms, but at the same time, he is only 6 years old. It's his stuff, it's his room, it's his space, and if he wants to have things in his room that maybe I necessarily wouldn't want to keep, it's fine with me because it's not my stuff at the end of the day. So I just do the best I can to keep his room tidy and just kind of stay on top of the clutter as needed. The night before I filmed this video, I was actually at urgent care with Sutton until 10 o'clock at night because he had cellulitis on his ear, which is crazy. It can be really scary, and I'm just glad that I knew the signs of it and that I brought him to the doctor. But anyway, we didn't get home till really late, and it was my fault, but he fell asleep in the car on the way home, and I wasn't able to put him in an overnight diaper, so he ended up peeing through his diaper, and his sheets and everything got all wet. So I needed to completely take apart his bed so I could wash all of that and put on a new set of sheets. This was another moment of just pure gratefulness. I just love seeing all my baby's little stuffed animals in his crib. It's just the cutest thing ever to me, and I wanted to include a little clip. It is coming up on that time again where I need to do a seasonal swap of my kids' wardrobes. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments because I can certainly film that for you, but I need to go through all their clothes again, switch out everything from winter to spring and summer. It's kind of that awkward time of year where we could still have cold days, so I can't do it quite yet, but I'm really looking forward to it because I'm running out of hangers in Sutton's closet. I deleted the clip, but I actually dropped my entire bottle of glass cleaner on the floor as I was cleaning Sutton's windows, and I picked it up quick enough that it wasn't that big of a deal, but I was a little stressed there for a second. In my basement decluttering video, which I will link in the cards if you missed that, I was talking about how I didn't know if I wanted to bring all of my extra paperwork to a place to have it shredded or if I wanted to buy a paper shredder. And a lot of you told me that it was worth it to have a paper shredder in your home. So I did end up buying one. This one was under $30, I think, on Amazon. Or honestly, maybe it was a little more. I can't remember. It was between like $30 and $40, but it works great. And I feel like this is definitely something that's going to be useful to have around the home. So I'm glad that I went ahead and made this purchase so that I could shred items that I don't want to throw away in the trash. I feel like I have been talking and talking and talking so much in this video, but I would love to hear in the comments below if you guys have any really great decluttering tips or cleaning tips, something that you want to share. So be sure to leave that in the comments section. And I just want to say a big thank you for watching this week's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. You'll have to let me know what you think about kind of like combining the cleaning motivation with the decluttering tips and all of that. Again, leave me a comment. I hope you got all the motivation out of today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new and you enjoy cleaning, decluttering, and organizing videos. Another big thank you to Eureka for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to check the description box down below so you can check out the E10S robot vacuum. And that is all for today. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I hope you will come back again next week for another video.